Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to another fantastic episode of Bar Talk. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whenever it is that you are listening to this, I hope you are having the best day ever. And guys, remember, if your day isn't going the way that you want it to go, you and only you have the power to turn around and make it absolutely extraordinary. So ask yourself, what kind of day do you want to have today? Do you want to have a good day? Do you want to have a bad day? Is the glass half empty or is it half full? You decide. So ask yourself what kind of day you want to have, and then go out and make it that kind of day. Okay, guys, I am excited to have you back. It's been a minute. I'm not going to lie. Your girl has kind of been slacking a little bit, and it's not intentionally by any means. I'm just trying to do a better job of balancing all of the amazing things and just the way that life kind of is right now. So anyways, we today are at episode 103, which is weird, which is great though. It's weird. And let's be real, guys, by the time that this episode is coming out, I'm looking at my calendar really quick. This will be coming out on September 29th, and it's most likely going to be that the White Sox season is done. It's really sad. Definitely not the outcome I know I was hoping for. I was hoping for a fall baseball. I want to play up baseball for a few reasons. Let's start with the female reason. One, I have a really cute White Sox fall sweater that I want to wear that I do not get to wear during the summertime. I'm still going to wear it though. So that's reason number one. Actually, that's not really like the main reason. The obvious reason, guys, is like, I wanted to run. I wanted us to win the World Series. But the reality is with this team, there are a lot of other teams better than us. And even if we did make it to the postseason, it would be embarrassing. So right now, it's over. I've accepted this. I'm sad about it. But, okay. So I, still being a White Sox fan that I am, had an idea. The beauty of living right in the shadows of the ballpark is that I end up knowing a lot of people who work inside of the White Sox organization. And one of the people that is from the neighborhood happens to be the Batboy. He is the Batboy for the visiting team, Anthony Arredia. And I thought it would be really interesting to get his take because I've heard some drunken stories, but I wanted to get it all on the record to see what exactly goes on in a clubhouse, what exactly a Batboy does for a team. And it's a lot of work, more than I thought. I'm not even going to lie. And there's some crazy things that happen that he has to deal with. So you guys are going to hear from Anthony Arredia, and you're going to hear, kind of how he got into this gig, how it kind of fell into his lap almost in a way, and just some of the crazy stories that he's had. And actually, one of the best stories and one of the kindest athletes that he's had the chance to meet. And I know as like a Chicagoan, we're like not supposed to like New York, but like I think you're going to like it. So you got to hang around to listen to that. Okay, guys, let's get ready to hear my conversation with Anthony. Before that, I have a few quick announcements that I want to make. Number one, if this is your first time coming on into Bar Talk, welcome on in, guys. I love that you are deciding to hang out with us for a little while. If you're a returning regular or customer of mine, guys, welcome on back. I have so much gratitude to each and every single one of you who is hanging out with us today, whether it's, your first time, your second time, your 20th time, whatever it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love it if you would hit the follow button on wherever you are getting your podcast from. Follow, leave a 5-star rating, leave a little review, guys. Literally, as you're listening to this right now, you can just go down to the bottom, hit the review button. It helps more than you know. Preferably, I would like it if it was something nice. If it's not something nice, then I guess maybe you shouldn't fucking listen to this. But seriously, it would mean the world to me if you guys would leave a review. It helps me more than you know. To my YouTube people, hello, subscribe, give a thumbs up on this video, write a little comment. And then guys, make sure you're following Bar Talk Along across the board. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you're not completely sick of hearing me and you want to hear some of our daily content at me slicing it down, you should totally go ahead and check us on out there. Hang out until after my conversation with Anthony for a segment I like to call Here's a Tip for Ya. Okay, bartender tip. I'm giving some life tips. I hope they work. If not, you can just skip over it. I don't really give a shit. And then lastly, guys, BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to grow all of your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all of your sports information, from live in-game betting, prompts, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use the mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use promo code BELIEVE, that is spelled BLEAV 50, to receive 50% off your welcome bonus. Again, that promo code is BLEAV 50. BetOnline, where the game starts. All right, guys, let's get into my conversation with the visiting Batboy for the Chicago White Sox, Anthony Arredia. All right, Anthony.
Oh, cool. What up?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming in and doing this with me.
No problem.
So our good old friend, my Tay-Tay, your Taylor, was like, I think you should have Anthony on. I think it would be really fun. We obviously wanted Freddie on. Freddie said, no, it's okay. Totally understand, Freddie.
Yeah.
We're bummed at you. But I guess let's start from the, so I guess to introduce you, you are a bat boy for the Chicago White Sox for the visiting team, correct?
Yeah. So
Okay.
for the visiting clubhouse, that's where I work.
How does one get into a job like that?
How does one, I mean, we all got the job. Me, Freddie, whoever works there went to D. So it was through, Mooney?
Yeah.
Mr. Mooney?
Oh, yeah.
So whenever they need kids, they ask kids from D.
Okay.
So everyone, even my boss went to D. Everyone goes to D. And then I was 16, I was a sophomore, and some kid quit, and I just happened to get asked. I don't know how other people, I don't know how other kids do it around the league, but that's how all of us get it.
So you got asked through Deal Sell, I guess one of the many perks of being a meteor, we'll say.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it since you were 17.
I was 16, but the season was 17.
Okay. So like 2017. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So it started when you were 16 years old. You are now 21.
21.
21. It's a long time to be doing it.
I'm drinking.
I'm
19.
Yeah. It would be like, well, now I'm in trouble, and oh well. But I guess, I feel like the first year you do it because it's like, oh my God, this is cool and it's awesome. But like, you keep going back. So there must be a part of you that like enjoys it if you've kept returning to a point. Would you agree with that, I guess?
I enjoy it because, I enjoy baseball. It's like being around baseball. It is a job, but it's still something I enjoy being around, being around the guys. Free games you get to watch, and that's why I keep coming back.
Oh my God, yeah. There's gotta never be a dull moment.
No.
So only because, and we won't talk about actually I'll just see what you say. Because there was just a clearing of the benches at the Sox game the other day. So I don't need to know what players say, but can you describe the vibe? Do you know when it's happening? Can you sense it as a bat boy? Because obviously you're around a lot of these guys a lot. They come back in time to time, so you know probably some of their tendencies to a point. Can you tell when a bench is gonna clear?
You can tell if it's an unwritten rule and if someone breaks it, the rules of baseball like that and stuff like that. But you can't really tell if someone gets hit.
Yeah.
In the head, like Andrew Vaughn got hit in the head, almost got hit in the head. Mm-hmm. Then you could kind of be
5, 4,
now
3,
there's
2,
beef.
1. Yeah.
And if it's the first game of the series, that happens on a Thursday, and they play through Sunday, you kind of know the rest of those games are going to be on edge. Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's you can't really tell, but You
can't really tell, but I always say part of, and it by no means is it the same, but someone had asked me if I knew they were asking about bartending and when bar fights happen. I'm like, I know when a bar fight's gonna happen.
Well, a bar fight's that's loose.
It's
you don't
loose.
Know.
No, but not always. Because sometimes, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it catches me off guard. But there are certain things like in baseball, there's unwritten rules. There's like little pokings at the bear, so to speak. You know, like
if you're talking about pokings, you can tell.
You can
tell when
you could totally tell. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you've been doing it now for again, how many seasons is that? What, like 5?
6.
6. Fuck,
17,
that's a
18,
long.
19, 20.
6
20,
seasons.
5 or 6. Yeah,
5,
something
6.
like that.
Okay, so that's again long time. Which player has surprised you? Actually, yeah. Which player has like surprised you in the best way that you've worked with so far?
Surprised.
In a good way, let's say.
Like the way they treat me.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge. I mean, he's huge. Like, he's looking like a linebacker, but he's so nice. He signed a ball for me. He's one of the nicer dudes that you wouldn't expect because of just, I don't know,
his like status,
his fame, his status, how big he is. He's a cool dude though. Did
he what was it? Just him like going out of his way to be kind to you, or was there something like in particular that he did that you were like, that's a good dude?
When we went to the Field of Dreams, so he was there with us, like with the Yankees, and I worked on that visiting side for the Yankees too, and it's just like, it didn't even seem like he was going out of his way, just like hit me, like dab me up, you know what I'm talking about, and then, he's a cool dude.
He makes everyone feel a part of the team, would you say?
Yeah, if you're walking by him, we'll say what up, cool dude.
Oh my God, I love that. Like, how... Are his shoulders like this big?
He is huge. Like,
because I mean, like again, like he's big on TV, which means he's like massive in real life.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like he should be. His bat. It looks like a tree stump. It's huge. The way, and he just swings it like a normal bat.
Like, is it thicker?
It's thick,
or?
like the way he hold like this. It just. I don't know the dimensions. It's like a 35, 33 or something like that. But it's a huge. What
are the normal dimensions of a bat?
I don't know, like most guys, I mean, they're all like strong, but like if you have a smaller guy, I don't know, like a 30, 32 or something like that, but his is nuts.
And his is 35?
Yeah, something like, or 35 and 33 or something like that, but it's nuts.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah.
So take me through like a homestand or like new team comes into town. Like what, you know, I know it's not obviously like you go into the ballpark and then like it's not just like a clock in and clock out kind of thing. There's certain things you have to do beforehand. So like walk me through like when there is a new team coming into town. Like what is it that you have to do?
So for this homestand, it was the Diamondbacks, Royals, and who else?
Minnesota. Yeah.
So the Diamondbacks came in on that Monday or whatever it was. And I think they had an off day or whatever, but they come in from the airport, whatever, from wherever they came from. A semi-truck comes into the underground area, kind of pulls up by our clubhouse, and there's 6 of us there, so we unload the truck, unpack their bags, hang up their locker, set up the locker room, whatever. They play 3 games or whatever they play, and so it's usually a day game. Homestand's ending a day game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there at 8 in the morning. Whatever, play the game, pack them up, get them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next team comes in from wherever they're coming from, probably another day game, depending on wherever it is. And they'll come in, same thing, play their 3 games, get them out. Minnesota came in, same thing.
So on those, like, so obviously this last homestand was like the longest homestand that we've had all year, right?
Yeah.
So when a team is like, so it's like on a Sunday, right? Like Sunday game is ending. You are there at 8. You pack up their stuff, probably put it on that truck. And then is the next team's bus coming in to unload? Like, do you have to wait that night for it to come in, too?
Yeah, you wait that night. So
you're there all day then?
It's like 17, 18-hour days. It's insane. Those are the worst days, but, I mean, you get through them, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I know.
But the guys take care of you. Like, I've heard like, ball players, like, they tip the bat boys. Like, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Before I worked there, they're called dues. So, like, these players had to
Dudes?
take care. Dues.
What's like paying your dues?
Yes, dues.
Like pay your dues?
Yeah, they pay your dues.
Oh, okay.
So like for food or for just like being there, it was like an MLB rule that you owe dues, and then they took that away, and we thought we were gonna get like
nothing
gypped on it.
Yeah.
But they still they understand that we're doing things for them, working for them, so they're still taking care of us pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What can I ask? Like, is there an average, or is it just like whatever someone gives you, you get, and you're grateful for it no matter what?
I'm grateful for it.
Of course, yeah.
I am grateful for it, but it's like, so there's 5 of us. It's my boss and 5 clubhouse attendants. That's what we're. And let's say someone gives 100 to one of my guys, you split that.
So you pull it.
You pull it.
Oh, okay.
Most of it, like if I take care of someone personally, if I go like out on a run for them, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, "This is for you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's the craziest run you've gone on?
Craziest run I've gone on. Oh shit. Oh, can I swear?
Yeah, it's bar talk.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. It's usually just for like whatever. Like some guy needed AirPods, those big ones.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like I'll go up for like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff.
So, do they give you the money, or is there like a card that you put it on and they pay you back?
No, I'll spot them. I'll spot them out of my pocket, and then I'll come back with a receipt, and then
they pay you back.
they'll Venmo me. Or a lot of guys have been doing Venmo because after COVID, they
No one
didn't want to
carries.
do cash, whatever. I don't know.
Oh,
So
wow.
they start doing Venmos, and I got a couple guys Venmo me, and
You had to get Apple headphones for a guy. So you had to go to Best Buy? Did you run
Yeah.
to the Best Buy on
Yeah.
Canal?
Yeah. It probably happens 2-3 times at homestand where I'm out getting shit for people.
Wow. And I just thought like the craziest thing would be like, like chew. Or like
Yeah.
dip, like, like
Yeah.
I feel like Abreu's always got like big shit ton of
Yeah.
it in his lip.
Yeah.
So you've definitely gotten a lot of things for people.
Yeah.
Do you ever encourage them to get any neighborhood food?
Yeah, I just got, what's her name? Stephanie Bertucci, I think.
Yeah.
I
Freddy's?
called her because through Mike Pass, I called her, and I ordered 20 hot dogs and like 10 burgers for whatever for the Royals. Like,
Yeah.
Just as homestand. We get Punkies.
Do you make sure everyone gets the pot roast sandwich?
No, I don't really suggest. They just kind of like cater it, but it's there.
Yeah.
But no one really knows that it's the
Yeah,
pot roast sandwich,
yeah.
but it's there. We've gotten it before.
The pot roast sandwich is the best thing.
I'm more of a buffalo chicken wrap.
I do
That's
love
where
the,
get from
I do
there.
love the buffalo chicken wrap though.
I like that.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get a buffalo chicken wrap tonight. Because I was thinking about the other day, I was like, at a Punky's wrap sounds really good right now. I was craving one.
Yeah.
No joke. I was literally like thinking about it the other day, and I was like, nah, you don't need to eat out. Like you've eaten out too
I
much,
ate out
Jen.
way too much.
Way too much.
So the majority of my money goes.
Like, are there any other stories that have stuck out with you through the 5 seasons that you've done this?
Stories. The thing that stuck out to me the most was the Field of Dreams. That
Mm-hmm. Oh,
was just.
yeah, I wanna
that
ask
was
about that.
My highlight of that
Okay,
so far. I
that
guess.
had to be surreal.
It was insane.
Like,
It was insane.
we watched it here at a full bar, and that like opening scene, because again they play the
Yeah.
music and
Costner
Kevin
came out.
Costner's coming out of the corn,
Crazy.
and then the guys are coming out of the corn, and it's like, listen, baseball fan or not, White Sox fan or Yankees fan or not, it was the coolest sporting
Yeah.
thing I feel like I actually got to witness.
Uh-huh.
I cannot imagine what it felt like to be there, let alone like be on, like you were on the field.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was because my side and Freddie's side, I think there was like 10 of us total. We got a Sprinter van that picked us up right from Sox. It was like a 4.5, 4:15 drive.
yeah.
And we're all there just bullshitting with each other. We're on the bus together. We get there. They set us up in a hotel. We had 2 rental cars to get back and forth on the field, probably like a 5-minute drive. But it was just the way they set it up. And I was a fan of the movie. Like, I like the movie a
Yeah.
lot. That's probably my favorite baseball movie. And it looked, we got to tour that barn area, and we got to go in the actual field. And there's teams playing on that field. They do like Little League games or whatever.
Yeah.
But that stadium was, I think it took like a year to set up or something crazy like that. But it was insane. Just like the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Okay, so then I have to ask, because I know that ending was very poetic
Yeah. Yeah.
as a White Sox fan.
It was awesome.
So, as again, like, when you're watching the game, are you watching it as a fan, or are you watching it as someone who's like in the clubhouse? Like, did you think like, oh, this would be like crazy?
No, I'm a fan.
Like, were you like, this is gonna happen? Like, could you feel? Because I said it the minute that Aaron Judge hit the home run in the top of the ninth. I said, we're gonna come back with a walk-off home run. I swear to God, we're gonna come back with a walk-off home run.
And then the stage was set for it.
And
to
then
happen.
the stage
Yeah.
was. I was like, you couldn't have written that better. But like,
Yeah.
did you feel any of that at that game?
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm a fan of, baseball. So I'm sitting there. I obviously have a job to do. I'm paying attention
Right.
and shit. But I'm there to. I'm paying attention to the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when the stage is set like that, I'm thinking in my head like, if this happens, this place is gonna go nuts.
Nuts.
It was crazy.
And it did go nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was nuts here. It was like absolutely batshit crazy in here.
Was this packed in here?
It was packed, yeah. Like, and everyone was just like, it was just pure excitement.
Yeah.
It was just nice to feel a sense of excitement around baseball.
That clubhouse was, for the Yankees, was quiet. Like, for some reason, that game seemed like Game 7 of the World Series. It was just like, they came back quiet and were just like, obviously mad as hell, but
oh yeah,
it was just like, the season still goes on at that point. I mean,
the season still goes on, but at that time, people were just so happy, and that it felt like a little mini series. We'll say it felt like a mini series.
And then we played them twice. They came back to Chicago.
Oh yeah, because that game was a Thursday, and then they were off that Friday, and then they played
Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
I remember that because at the time I was working at Pizzeria Portofino on the river. So we have a lot of boats that dock there. And I remember being like, why is Dallas Keuchel getting on a boat right now? Like, dude, you got a game at 7 tonight. I was so confused. And then I was like, oh my God, it's like probably the one time in the summer that they're off on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know? So it was like, I just remember thinking like, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's it like when the Cubs come into town?
It was, I mean, every time they come into town, sold out, whatever.
Yeah.
But when the 2016 Cubs were in,
Yeah.
and we were kind of both like good at the time.
Yeah.
Sox were getting there, but the Cubs were there.
Yeah.
Those games are intense too. It's like playoff games.
Yeah.
And they're only here for 2 days or whatever it is, but I mean, the players don't treat it any differently because they're not.
Well, they're professionals.
Yeah, but they're also not from the South Side. You know, like they don't have that much into it than
we
do. We have more into it than we do.
They don't understand the like magnitude of the. It's not just Cubs versus Sox.
Yeah.
It's North Side versus South Side.
Yeah.
It's white collar versus blue collar.
But they understand. I mean, they play to win anyway. But those 2 games seem like a little more intense than.
Oh, they're way more intense. Yeah. What's been? You don't have to say who. What's been like? I don't want to say grossest, but like you've had to deal with some gross shit. It's a clubhouse. Like it's not pretty.
And they're all dudes.
And they're all dudes. Like you got. I was gonna say they're dudes.
They're dudes.
They're not the most.
No, that's not at all. Whatever you think a guy's clubhouse looks like just a group of
disgustingness.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But this year, I honestly forgot who it was, but someone was in the workout room, and he's doing some plyo band things, and it snapped. And it came and knocked all of his up here, all of his veneers out. And so one of the trainers comes up to me. He's like, yeah, we had an accident, whatever. I go in there. He's like, you're going to need latex gloves. I'm like, what the fuck just happened in here? So I go in there with just like a towel and latex gloves, and I'm picking up this dude's
teeth,
cracked veneers off the floor, full veneers, cleaning up his blood. I use bleach just with I don't know how to do any of that, but his blood was on the floor. I'm picking it up, digging in cracks to get his veneers out because they wanted to save the veneers because he went right to the dentist or whatever. But yeah, he wanted all the teeth. Picking up teeth like this. It's disgusting.
So the tooth itself, was it cracked?
Yeah, like 6 or 7 of them. Just like the top row is.
So they didn't
he had the nubs. He had the nubs of his actual teeth.
Yeah.
But the veneers were gone, just cracked.
So you're bringing up something that's a little bit of a PTSD to me right now. I flipped over a scooter when I was 10, and I lost my teeth. So my teeth are all fake. So I lost 2 of them. But it shifted all the teeth in my mouth that I was like, they're like, eventually, you can get your 2, but I'm like, it's like it was my top 2 left teeth. I'm like, so if I get those fixed, they're not going to be the same. Like, I'm like, I want all new teeth.
Okay.
That would be my fucking nightmare. I'm going to go to bed thinking, like, having nightmares of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was disgusting. It just came back. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't in there, but I don't know how he did it, but it just came and, like, rolled off one of the holders or the clip snapped or whatever, but came and just like cracked him in his mouth.
I mean, like, so, oh my God.
Yeah, it was gross.
Did he play that night?
No.
Like, what do you put on the injury report for that? Seriously, like, how do you put that on like
I don't know. So someone had to say like he's out because of I don't think he was in the lineup at all. That's why, because it was during the game, so he was in there maybe just like warming up to pinch hit or something. He wasn't even in the game.
So you were on the field, and then you get told you need to not.
No, I wasn't on the field at this point.
You weren't on the field.
No.
Okay.
I was like working in the clubhouse. We had another kid Batboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh my God, that's so gross. So you've had blood.
I mean.
What else?
Like every night, when they're showering or whatever, and they're throwing their laundry away, just like they put their laundry in a basket, we take it, we wash it, whatever, wash and dry it. But it's like there's a pile of sweaty, gross jock straps and underwear I gotta go grab. And me and my boss, we mess with each other all the time about it, being like, "Yo, you gotta go grab that because that's gross." Yeah, but it's.
Are you wearing latex gloves for that? I would.
I don't, because then it's like I have to go through like 6 pairs of them, and I'll just wash my hands at the end or whatever.
Oh,
we got
yeah.
hand sanitizer
Yeah,
around
that's
and stuff
true.
like that, but yeah.
Oh God, I don't. Yeah, like what's more disgusting to clean? A jock strap, socks.
Well, the jock strap we just throw in.
Oh.
They come on like little loops, like, and they just take everything off, put it on their loop, and like I just grab it by the loops and just throw it in. And then that's it. I really don't try not to touch their actual.
No,
like, jock
yeah,
straps
hell
and
no.
shit.
That's just aggressive and disgusting. And oh my God, no, I remember that. We had a loop.
Yeah,
In
loops.
college, yeah, you loop all your clothes together and throw it in, and it always sounds good in theory, but they never dry properly, I feel like.
And most guys don't even use them. That's when it's annoying, when they're just throwing like loose socks and underwear and shit, and they're like, we lose it.
So then, do
sometimes.
you have to like find it? Do you have to match the socks?
They're tagged with like little.
Okay.
Whoever's,
With like their numbers or something,
and names.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. All right. I won't take up too much more of your time, but I was going to say, can you end on, obviously you had like your Aaron Judge story, but I'll ask 2 more questions. What's been like one of your highlights of doing this job so far?
Highlights. I guess when they made the playoffs, was it last year?
Yeah.
I never got to see a playoff game, so that was probably.
The blackout game?
Is that what it was?
That blackout game was an out-of-body experience.
Yeah. That was probably the coolest.
Oh, my God.
Because I just never seen anything.
Yeah.
More important than just like a regular season game.
Yeah.
I guess the Field of Dreams, but
That
was
is
kinda
true.
cool.
What have you learned from doing this job for so long that you didn't think you would learn?
Oh shit. What did I learn? Balance between school and work, because it started at 16, so I was a sophomore. There was one of the days where the Angels came from Anaheim, so they're already behind in terms of time. They played a night game though, so I was there at 8 in the morning because we played a day game. So I'm there at 8. Have to wait for Anaheim to come in. They landed probably at like 3 in the morning, and it takes us like 2.5 hours to actually unpack the stuff and set up the locker room. And I had school the next day. I went from work at 8 and just walked to D at 6 and slept until like class started.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was the only time I had to do it, but it was annoying. I wore the same school clothes I wore from work.
Yeah.
It was disgusting, and then I worked that night. There was a game that night.
So would you say that it's taught you time management, or sometimes you can't have time management, or?
I mean, yeah, time management for sure. Like, if I have some downtime at work, and I have like homework or whatever I can finish, and I'll like do that and try and balance it out as much as possible. But it's hard as fuck to be able to do that sometimes.
It is. I can only imagine, and especially when you're working those crazy hours, like, oh my God. Well, it's something that you can put on your resume that not many people can.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a badass thing.
Yeah, it's
and
cool.
you get to be around some of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's nuts. And you see these guys like,
at some point, I mean, it gets like being around the players is cool. Like, my first couple years, it was like I was kind of starstruck by them. Just like if I was doing something, put my head down, just kind of walk past
It's
them.
new.
But it was. But now it's like they're just normal dudes.
Yeah.
Say what up to them. They'll say what up back, and then go about your day.
It's like as long as you can be just chill with them, they'll be chill with you. And I don't know. I feel like for me, I've found that the more like real and honest you can be, that those are the people they want to be around, because sometimes they don't always get that.
When they're with the fans and shit like that, it's sign this, sign that, screaming their name.
Yeah.
They don't want to come into the clubhouse with like my guys.
Yeah.
My coworkers being the same way, so we're mostly chill with them.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony, I appreciate your time, and cheers to this whatever kind of baseball season we have left ahead of us. I'm so lost and confused.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
It's interesting, right?
like, I don't know if for those listening to this, I had the opportunity, actually, let's story time. I worked in the White Sox for how many seasons did I work there? About 4 or 5. I worked there for 4 or 5 seasons. And my job was really interesting. I was the nanny for the players' kids while the game was going on. So I will say this, I got to meet some of the most amazing just human beings doing that, from the wives to the kids. And I will say there are way more great stories than I have horror stories, but I do want to share one horror story that I have, which is kind of funny. And then this was obviously like my last season because I knew like maybe this just like wasn't the job for me. So anyways, I will say 95% of the children that I got to watch were absolutely fantastic. They were all very respectful. They were they listened. Like, I know that sounds crazy to say, but like genuinely they listened, and they were just good kids, and I really loved the gig. It's hence why I stayed for like it was like 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember. I think it was 5. But the last season that I was there was a mother and a daughter. And let's just say the daughter was one of those kids that like, it reminds me of the movie where she like looks very angelic when her mother's around, but the minute the mom walks out the door, like her little devil horns just like grew out of her ears, okay? Or out of her head. And there's no really politically correct way of saying this, but she was a terror. And I'll never forget the one time, I want to say this child had to be like 2 or 3, maybe. I think she was 3. Let's go with 3. Okay. And I had to change her diaper. And so I'm changing the child's diaper, and she bitch slapped me across the face. I got bitch slapped by a 3-year-old. And my initial response was to take the child and shove the child into the concrete wall, which made me realize, yeah, this like gig isn't for me. So I should probably leave. And then I had this like dilemma that I was crossed with, right? Which is, do I tell this mother what her child did to me? Because this mother never believed anything that we said about her child being wrong. So I didn't say anything. Can't really discipline that kid. But yeah, that was fun. So I got bitch slapped by a 3-year-old. And I'm not gonna lie, like, little girl had a kraken, which then just makes you think how many times she slapped her parents. That's all it made me think about. Anyways, that is my my side story is done. Okay. So I came across I was just really bored on my phone the other day and was looking through like old photos, and I came across this photo that I took, and I don't even remember what book it's from. I bet if I like go through all my like old books I have, this could be it. But this is, I guess, my tip for you today, and it's, your faith in the universe must be stronger than your fear of not getting what you want. Let me say that one more time, okay? Your faith in the universe must be stronger than your fear of not getting what you want. And I'm going to read to you this like passage, and it says, when we want something so badly and are working tirelessly to get it, if we don't surrender, we end up pushing it away instead. There comes a point where we need to hand the job over to the universe. This means that we give up or discontinue taking action. This means we let go energetically, release our kung fu grip, and create some space for what we want to come to us. It's about allowing instead of forcing. It's about releasing and trusting that if it's in alignment with your life's purpose, it will come back to us, or that something or someone even more perfect will come into place. It's about surrendering and letting the universe do its thing while holding faith that our highest desire will come into alignment. So guys, my tip for you today is your faith in the universe. Your faith in the universe must be stronger than your fear of not getting what you want. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all take the time to realize that we have way more in common with each other than we have different. I will see you next week. Take care.